Hi everyone, this is Sharon. Today I am back with another flip through of a kind of spring Easter bunny type journal. For this one, if we look at the front, I've taken some vintage seam binding for my closure in this pale aqua color, and I've added this little double heart pin to the front. And then I tucked into that ribbon a large tag. I think it just complements the book cover nicely. This is one I made recently for my Raindrop Lila design team project. And then I've got this old antique book with this pretty image on the front. It looks kind of springy to me. It's got yellows and blues and greens in it. And then going inside, for this particular journal, I used a lot of Roxy Creations, a lot of her beautiful Easter kits. And then I sprinkled in a little bit of Sand Pool, Raindrop Lila, Ruby and Pearl, similar to the last one I created. So this image is a new one from Raindrop Lila. It's some embroidery images, so I put that on the front and then on the back. And then mainly my pages come from Roxy Creations. So this one I've just embellished with a button and some lace and a few threads hanging down. Here I created a narrow side tuck with this doily image. And in there I've got some vintage ephemera. This is a long, narrow invoice from 1911. Used some pages from a butterfly book that I have. And here, this is a little velvet trim piece with a wax seal on there. Some tailor-made journal. It's avocado dyed paper. I tinted the color a little bit to give it a little purpley hue when I printed it so that it would match up with my purpley bunny. This is a Raindrop Lila image. And I created this little journaling piece that goes up and over the page. So I've got that, and then this bunny on that side. And then on the inside, I've got a lot of journaling space. This is the title page from this cover. Here I created a large top tuck, and then in there I've got this journaling piece. This I treated with wax, beeswax, so it's kind of translucent. This is an image from Donna at Twisted Paper Studio. And then I've got it on some old book page. Did a little punching on the bottom, added a little Mackie stamp on the back. On my strings I just attached a couple of labels. And then you'll see me in my journals in recent months using a lot of my Amity Bloom washi tape. Here I just added a little gold gilding to this embossed piece and added it on the page. And then here I've got another waxed piece, one of Rachel's envelopes. And I just added a little wax seal on the end of that. And then in there, I tucked a couple of her labels, Easter labels. Here I've got this vintage tea card. On this page, I created a belly band with this dotted tulle. I just kind of gathered it up on this side and stitched it along this side to create a nice little belly band. And then I've got a vintage button on there. And then a couple of these gorgeous little lammy pictures from Ruby and Pearl. This was my attempt, these back pieces, to print on a doily. And this was the negative piece that was left, so I thought that made a nice backing. It's one of my favorite pages. I just love the colors on there. Here I created a top tuck, and then in there got some of the Rachel's embroidery images. And I created this tag. Did some stenciling on the back. Here I created a belly band with this piece of vellum, and I printed on the vellum. And then in there I've got this journaling card. This is a vintage postcard. Here in the center of this signature, I created a belly band, and then on both sides, and then in there I tucked this beautiful handwriting on this 1871 French letter. Let's see what that looks like inside. I could stare at that all day, that beautiful penmanship. And then on this side, I've got this little tag that I made. And then this is an antique postcard. It's really beautiful. It's embossed, raised embossed. And that's from 1908. And then on the strings, I've just got a couple of flower charms. On this page, I created this pocket from some embossed cardstock, added this little label. I use these quite a bit. These are freebies that I got from Artie Mays, and they just really add a nice touch to journals. And then there I've got this journaling card. Punch the edge of that, and so a little writing room on the inside. This is another one of those Artie Mays labels. I put some glossy accent on the top to make them shiny. Here I've got another top tuck, and then in there I've got this journaling card. Some more stenciling on the back. Rachel got me really interested in pulling out all my old punches to take a look at what I had, and I found this one. I forgot I had it, so it just creates a little square with a punch out. I thought that was kind of interesting. On this page, I've got this little ruffle with the wax seal on it. Here I created a corner tuck with this bunny image from Raindrop Lila. I did a little fancy stitching on there. And then in that pocket, I've got this little journaling piece. And this page is made from a vintage envelope. What I did was took a piece of paper and on both sides of that envelope attached it so I could create these tall pockets on there. In this one I've got this journaling card that I made, and then this old advertising piece from an 1800s newspaper. This is the best shoe in the world. It will not rip, and it's $3. Added a little doily image on the page. Here I created a pocket, and then I did a little bit of stencil paste on the top. And then in there I made these two little tags. $1905 ledger sheet, and I just folded that in to create a little side tuck. And then I've got this little card. And this is just a piece of vintage wallpaper, and I attached this vellum moth to it. Here I've got this image of the bunnies on the center, and then I've just tucked in this little piece. So I've got these clasps on there that I made, and it's just an old book page that I folded up, but it's kind of folded like an envelope. And then on the inside, I tucked a few journaling cards. And then in this pocket, I got this little card. Here I've created this top that I stitched on, and in there I've got this vintage check from 1960. I like putting stuff like this in because it gives a lot of writing room on the back side. The other side of that envelope page, and in this pocket I've got another journaling card. Here in this corner tuck, got this little narrow tag. Could write a fun little thought on there. And then this card. And then on this page, I just added a little label and also a label on the back cover. And I didn't point this out, but this is the French fabric that I have in my spine. And that is that spring journal. This one will also be for sale in my Etsy shop when I put this video up. It may be a little bit before I'm back with another video because right now I'm working on a rather large prayer journal. It's a custom order, so that'll take me a little bit to get through, but until next time, bye-bye.